Hello, everybody. This is Bo Short, and I'd like to welcome you to our business preview tonight. We are excited to be with you tonight. We're honored to be with you as well. And as people are starting to come on, I'm just want to tell you to take some notes and just sit back and listen, pay attention. We're going to go through some information for you. While we will talk about the products tonight, we're attaching on this the message to potential ambassadors, people that may want to join this team and take our products into the marketplace. This is a kind of an interesting journey when, without going into my background a lot, I've been very blessed in the direct selling industry. I've built businesses in 100 different countries, and I've had the great experience of traveling to 34 of them and speaking to 1 million people on stages around the world. So it's been this incredible journey. And quite frankly, what happened is about a year ago, a little over a year ago, Ronnie and I were just praying about that next chapter in our life. What do we want to do? What do we want to try to do? The book? Do we want to speak? What do we want to do? We love to work together. And so we were just talking about the possibility of working together. What would that look like? And as things have it, something crossed our path, and it was what we're going to share with you tonight. It was about what became NutriCellix, custom weight management powered by your DNA, something first to market product technology had never happened before. And it was presented to us with the exclusivity of being having the opportunity to have this on an exclusive basis and to introduce this into the marketplace. And so Ronnie and I sat back and just thought about different vehicles and avenues that we could utilize to bring this incredible system of weight management into the marketplace. And Coy's going to explain a little bit of it to you here in a few minutes. So we looked at different things. We looked at infomercials. We looked at retail. We looked at strictly an online play. We looked at a lot of different things. We looked at network marketing as an avenue. I spent 30 years of my life there. Ronnie was a superstar there. So we looked at that as an avenue. But there was a lot of things about each one of these that we didn't particularly like. And so what we decided was let's go a different model. Let's go an enhanced direct-to-consumer model. And we're going to explain that to you tonight. And you know, when I look at that network marketing piece, what we both loved about that piece was working with people. What we didn't like about that piece was the nature of selling big packages to people and mandating they buy all this silly stuff that's involved there. And so what we wanted to do was kind of bring the best out of these different business segments and go a completely different route. And that was this enhanced direct-to-consumer model. And we'll explain that to you tonight. And I think after we're done, you go, oh, I get it. That's a difference maker. That's a huge difference maker. So this is a unique moment. We literally just launched this company a couple weeks ago. And the person that invited you here has said, I'd like you to listen. At the end of this, if you have an interest as a customer, that's awesome. If you have an interest in being an ambassador and working with the person that invited you and then bringing these products into the marketplace, we're going to introduce a compensation vehicle for you and to you that you can capitalize on and accomplish some goals that you have set for yourself in your life. So I would encourage you just to sit back and just listen, and let's go from there. I get the great fortune of bringing two people on tonight, and one is Ronnie. Ronnie is the founder and president of this company. She is a master's level teacher, and it was through that background and that training, award-winning teacher, it's through that background and training that she became a remarkable coach, not just in athletics, but with people. And her ability to work with people, and she's also an author, but her ability to work with people and help them maximize their potential. I mean, literally to live up to their best and highest effort. I have seen her interact with people in a way that I stand back literally in awe of watching this woman operate and how she interacts and builds relationships and can take very complex ideas and simplify them to a point where people go, I get it. And Ronnie's getting ready to hit the road in February. She'll be out in some states. We're going to talk about that at another venue. And Coy Barefoot. Coy is our Chief Communications Officer. Coy is a best-selling author, Wall Street Journal and an Amazon.com best-selling author. He was a correspondent for MSNBC, for Fox News. He was a special correspondent for CNN. This guy has a remarkable track record and a background, his own talk show on television and radio. And we are honored to have him as well as our Chief Communications Officer. So let's go ahead and get started. And what I would like to do is we will start this with the founder and president of NutriCellix. Here's Ronnie Short.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for being here tonight. Before I get started, I do want to make a few announcements specifically to our ambassadors. On Thursday night, we are having our first corporate update call, and that will be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on that call, we're going to be discussing many important items that you're not going to want to miss. We're going to talk about our NutriCellix weight management app, which is exclusive and free. It's very exciting. It recommends meals to you. It tracks your progress and monitors your success. It's a great app. We're going to be discussing upcoming tools that are going to be available through our Vistaprint store. We're going to talk about our call and Zoom schedule so that we can set a regular schedule for you to follow. Beginning in February. And we're also going to announce a special call that will teach you how to do trade shows and home meetings. We are also releasing several short videos that will help you to share our opportunity and our products more effectively. And as Bo mentioned, we're going to be talking a bit about our travel schedule that's coming up and where we're going to be going. So you don't want to miss Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For our guests, I have a few things to add. Tonight, we're going to be sharing a great opportunity in our products through NutriCellix, and I invite you to take notes. And I'll just say ahead of time, at the end of this webinar, to get back with the person that invited you on the call and follow up with them so that they can answer your questions. But as we're presenting tonight, I want you to listen for 4 things in particular. So that, and make sure that we're going to make sure to answer those questions. I've noticed that people really just want to hear about 4 major things. First, they want to know, what is it? Second, how does it work? Third, can I do it? And fourth, will you help me? So it's, what is it? How does it work? Can I do it? And will you help me? And as we present tonight, we will answer all 4 of those questions. So what we're sharing tonight has never been done before. This is a very exciting time. And if you choose to do this, Bo and I are going to do everything that we can to ensure your success and to help you achieve your goals and make your dreams come true. So we'll not only train you to do it, but we'll train you to do this well, to be successful at it. Richard Branson has a great quote. He says, if someone offers you a great opportunity, say yes and figure it out later. And what he's really saying is to seize your moment. So what I invite you to do is to decide that 2020 is your year. It's going to be the year that you choose to get off the sidelines and to get in the game, to make this your year, to make your dreams come true. And we would be honored to help you do that.
I'll pick it up right there. I'm Coy Barefoot, the Chief Communications Officer for NutriCellix, and I hope everybody's doing well tonight. Thank you so much for being here. I get the wonderful opportunity that I love to answer the question, well, what the heck is this? What are y'all doing? What's so special about this? I think I've heard about DNA weight loss, and I think I know what that is. And so I get to answer those questions and sort of walk you through the science. And I promise there's no test and there's no quizzes. And this is very, very easy to understand here. But first thing I'll say, though, is we got a terrific website. The person who invited you here tonight to take a look at this will share that with you. And make sure to check out the science page. We've got a great video on there that explains all the science about what we're doing, all the published peer-reviewed science behind everything we're doing, and walk you through all the products and connect some of the dots. So let me just say that what we're doing is revolutionary. There's no company in the world doing this, and it really is very exciting. People say, well, I think I've heard of DNA weight loss, but let me tell you first what we're not doing. You're not going to do a swab and get a DNA test, and then we'll recommend some vitamins or we'll recommend an exercise program. That's not what we're doing. What we're talking about here is the genomic revolution, which, for my friends in the medical field, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The genomic revolution is, as we speak, completely changing the landscape in medicine and pharmacology and nutrition. And what NutriCellix has done that is so exciting, it has brought that genomic revolution, which is really, really new. It's very new. This wouldn't have been possible even 3 or 4 years ago. Bringing this genomic revolution into weight management for the very first time. The supplements that come in your bottles are as unique as the person for whom they are designed. What does that mean? That means that your kids will marvel. Your grandkids are going to be like, you mean once upon a time everybody took the same pill? In NutriCellix, nobody takes the same pill. With your DNA-based supplement, which we call Prime, every pill is unique. That's what's so exciting about this. Everybody takes a slightly different pill that's totally custom designed based on their DNA. This is the first time this technology has been brought to market for weight management. There is only one machine in the world that can do this to scale, and it is owned by our lab. So this is totally cutting edge science. It's cutting edge weight management. And, and I should say that the business model that is tied to these products and this system is also revolutionary and exciting. And Bo's going to talk about that in a few minutes. But let me just walk you quickly through here how it works. You're going to take a swab, right? You're going to do it. You'll get a swab kit. You'll register it online. You'll send it into the HIPAA certified, CLIA certified lab. And our science team is going to look very closely at 13 specific genes that have everything to do with managing fat and weight in your body. So, for example, we're going to look at the MC4R gene on the long arm of your 18th chromosome. We're going to look at the FTO gene, which you see there. The FTO gene, scientists call that the fat gene because there's so much the FTO gene does that is all about regulating fat metabolism in your body. And what we're going to be looking at specifically inside your genes, right? So the genes are inside the chromosome, which is inside the nucleus of the cell, of every cell in your body. We're going to be looking at slight variations inside these genes in our lab, and we call those variations single nucleotide polymorphisms. You never have to say that. You could just say SNP, and everybody in NutriCellix will know exactly what you're talking about. SNP is short, it's SNP. It's short for, it's just a variation. It's just a little tweak, a unique tweak that is inside your cell. And so I describe it to people like this. It's our genes that make us human, but it's our SNPs that make us all different because we all have different SNPs. We all have different variations. So our science team is going to look very closely at the specific SNPs inside these genes inside your body so that we can figure out exactly what's going on. And then what are we going to do with that information? We've got a proprietary formula algorithm that will look at the results of your SNP study, your DNA test in our lab, and say, okay, we'll take that information and we will precision design supplements just for you to help you burn fat and manage weight. That's in a nutshell. That's exactly what we're doing scientifically. And you will. What I've been asked. Let me answer this question really quick. What exactly is in? If we could change the slide. The next step is, of course, what exactly is in this DNA-based supplement, which we call Prime. Plant-based proteins, fiber, botanicals, phytonutrients, probiotics, prebiotics, amino acids. The list goes on and on. A full suite, of course, of amino acids and minerals. It's all GMO-free, soy-free, gluten-free. You'll notice there you get 2 bottles. You're not going to get one. You get 2. One for the morning and one at night. That's another aspect of this system that is revolutionary. we have designed supplements, not only precision designed just for you, they're all unique, but you also get an AM formula and a PM formula that are also different because they are engineered to work with your body's own circadian rhythms. And the video on our science page will go into much greater detail on that and share more details with you about exactly why the AM formula is designed like this and the PM formula is designed like that. But at the end of the day, folks, it's all to help you burn fat and keep it off. It is a remarkable, remarkable system that is hitting the market for the very first time. And it's really exciting. So all of this is designed, the next slide I think here, it's all designed, the supplements, this fantastic meal replacement shake that we have for midday called Fit, this amazing stick pack formula called Surge, all of this happens in a 12-hour eating window, which is very simply put, if your first meal is at 7 a.m., your last meal is no later than 7 p.m. And you don't eat past that. And that's a critical component of this system. It's a 12-hour eating window that opens in the morning and it closes at night. And during that window, that's when you have your meals, your shake, your Surge. That's when you have your supplements. And then one meal a week, eat whatever you want. One meal a week is totally free. We call it the free meal. And it just means, you know, have fun, eat whatever you want. So this is in a nutshell, and I know I've covered a lot of ground pretty quickly, but this is just an introduction. Check out the website, and you'll learn a whole lot more about exactly what we're doing. But this is, I keep going back to the word revolutionary because it is truly cutting-edge science. And folks, the science is absolutely real. On the science page, you'll see links to all the peer-reviewed science and the abstracts and the published articles that support what we're doing. And I would just say the science is real, the opportunity is powerful, and I don't have to tell anybody listening to the sound of my voice right now that the need is absolutely out there in every home. People need this. And I believe, as a historian and a journalist, I truly do believe that that people are going to get healthy. And it really is exciting to be a part of this. I want to send this over to Bo, who's going to pick up where I've left off in terms of understanding the business opportunity that is tied to this revolutionary weight management system and these products, a business model that is as revolutionary as is the science that makes the products possible. So, ladies and gentlemen, the CEO and the founder of NutriCellix, Bo Short.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Let me let me do this with y'all. Let me pull this up here. Before I jump into some slides for you, just to give you an overview of the Coy talked about the business opportunity. You know, it's interesting that when you think about it that way, because I don't ever really, it is that way. I just don't see it that way. I think it's we've got a unique moment in time to bring something to the marketplace that's never been in the marketplace before. I mean, it's really interesting when Coy made the comment. He said, you know, people say, yeah, I think I know what that is. And the reality is nothing like this has ever happened before. So when you say business opportunity, it's so much greater than that. While it is that, it's so much greater than that. It's an opportunity to represent a system and a product into a marketplace and be first to market with something where you can actually create a business of your own and truly a lasting legacy for your family. Because when Ronnie and I decided how we wanted to bring this into the marketplace, ultimately we settled on working with people. And instead of hiring a bunch of employees to go out and take this into the marketplace, we figured let's empower people to start their own business and work with us, alongside of us, and carry these products into the marketplace. And let's put them in a position to prosper, not to make a little bit of money, but to prosper. Now, if you want to do it and make a little bit of money, you can. But if you want to take it to a level where you actually prosper, then take advantage of that. And I'm going to explain some of that to you. Let me pop the screen share back up here, because I want to go into some of this with you and give you a sense of this from a visual standpoint as well, so that you understand what we're doing. Let's do this right here. let's start here. And this is the part that I want to connect. I hope the rest of the presentation connects here, but I want this to connect here. I want this to really penetrate you from a perspective of what do you want in your life? What do you want to accomplish in your life? Who do you want to be in your life? I mean, that's one of the great value adds that Ronnie brings to the table, is this ability to reach inside someone and say, who do you want to be? Well, let's be our best and highest self, and then be those things. This is we talk about this a lot, and we talk about different income streams and what's available. And some people want to make a few $100s a month. Some people want to make a lot of money. But here's what I've learned over my time and watching and learning from Ronnie early on. When we talk about a lot of money, $300 is a lot of money. It's a lot of an extra $300 a month is a lot of money. Ronnie was commenting to me one time as a school teacher where she would get a $500 a year. This is a master level school teacher. She would get a award-winning school teacher. She would get a $500 a year raise. And we'll talk about making an extra $500 like a month, like it's nothing. She said, you have to understand that's 12 years of raises for a school teacher. That's a lot of money. And so as I lay this information on the table for you, I want you to understand, and in the context of my career, having talked to people, one thing I've also learned is people that make a lot of money value the smaller numbers. They value the smaller numbers because they're investors on that end, and they understand how much capital they have to invest in something to reap a return, and that return is generally not near what they invest. And so they place value on that return because people that are investors see it as, my goodness, $500 a month, $300 a month is a lot of money invested in a CD, for example, to reap that reward. So regardless of where you come from or how you live in your life, I want you to understand this as we go into this, whatever that number is for you, we want you to find in this. Whatever the number, if it's an extra $100 a month or extra $100,000 a month. Whatever that number is for you, I want to show you how that's possible to align yourself with NutriCellix and take this into the marketplace. And if you haven't read the book, Start With Why, Simon Sinek, it's an incredible, you need to go watch. We're going to put some TED Talks up of Simon talking and different explanations, but he talks about the great corporations in America are the companies that identify and relate their business model to why they're in business. Why they do what they do. And they happen to make computers, they happen to make furniture, they happen to do these other things, but it's the why that's compelling. He says the more people who learn to start with why, the more people there will be who wake up feeling fulfilled by the work they do. My first book I wrote was called Foundation of Leadership. And after I wrote the book, I think I was in my late 30s, early 40s, something like that. And I had a guy call me up and ask me if he could take me to breakfast. We sat down to breakfast, and he was just kind of picking my brain, asking me about leadership, and he started talking about what he wanted to do in his life. He said, I just don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do. And I think he was in his mid to late 40s. Now, I don't know if you've ever felt like that. You just sit there and go, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. And I told him, I said, one of the mistakes you're making is you're so focused on what you want to do, you're missing the mark. It's not about what you want to do. It's about what you want. Why? It's the why. What do you want your life to look like? Once you figure that out, you go do whatever you have to do to get there, as long as it's legal, ethical, and moral. So as we step through this, and I explain the numbers and the math of this to you, Coy explained a little of the science to you. I'm going to explain a little of the math to you. As I explain the math to you, I want you to relate it to the things you want to accomplish. If it's just, and I'm not talking about stuff. I'm not talking about houses and cars and jewelry, oh my. I'm talking about time and security and freedom and spending time with the people you love. What does that look like to you in an ideal world? What does giving back look like to you in an ideal world? What does freedom look like to you in an ideal world? What does being happy and joyful look like to you in an ideal world? This is going to come at a price. But the price of getting these things pales into comparison of the price of never getting these things. And that's what I want you to know, because as we start on this, I'm going to tell you in advance, to take this seriously as a business for you, you need to look ahead and say, okay, I'm going to give this 2 to 5 years of my life. I'm going to make some commitments to this. Look, I don't have a lot of time, Bo. I've got a busy life, but I'll find an extra 8 to 15 hours a week. If I can find an extra 8 to 15 hours a week, show me how I can make this work. Some people find an excuse in that, and some people find a reason in that, and they go do it. I was that guy that 30 years ago, I was working 60 hours a week, and when somebody said, hey, you willing to give up some extra time? Yeah, I'll find it. If I can accomplish my goals in life, I'll find the time, because I'll make the time if I have to. So just think in terms of 2 to 5 years, 8 to 15 extra hours a week. That beats the stew out of 40 years and 40 to 50 hours a week. So I want you to keep it in context as we go through this. So let me explain an enhanced direct-to-consumer business model. That puts you in a couple. When we talk about enhanced, what comes into play there is people, the ability to work with people. On top of that, with our customers, we have a robust rewards program that is unlike anything that's on the market as well, and that enhances this direct-to-consumer model. But a direct-to-consumer model means we have a system of products in this NutriCellix weight management system that we are taking to the consumer, which means we have to price our products with value. They have to have value. I had an attorney tell me years ago that a Cadillac for $45,000 is a good value. A Cadillac for $145,000 is still a good car, but no longer a good value. So you have to price your products according to the marketplace. Because there are millions of people in the United States alone, over half the population, when asked in any survey, is looking to lose weight. And if they're not looking to lose weight, guess what? They have someone that lives in their household generally that's looking to lose weight. You have landed in a category that has got, people are looking for a solution, and you have a solution they have never seen before. The beauty of this, as compared to launching a skincare company, for example, people in skincare, they've been using the same product for 20 years, 30 years. You're asking them to change their product. People that are battling this weight management issue are actively looking for a solution, and they're open to new ideas. And you come along with a solution that's different than anything they've ever seen. Now, as we talk about how you earn money in this, through this enhanced direct-to-consumer business model, there's 2 income streams available. There's 5 ways to earn. We have an ambassador rewards plan that you can download from the website, and you can get all these 5 different ways to earn. But basically, they're confined in 2 income streams. Number 1 is in retail and wholesale sales commissions, and the second one is in team building overrides and commissions. So strictly as taking the system of products to the end user and the consumer, whether they buy it retail or wholesale, both are available. You have an income stream there, and you have the option, if you choose to build a team of people to work with you, to leverage your efforts, and to do the same thing, to sell retail and wholesale, and to build a team if they choose to. How do you get started? It's $59 to register as an independent ambassador. I was doing this the other day with somebody. I was explaining it to them, and they were bracing themselves because they're ready for me to say, well, there's a $1,000 package you have to buy and all this silly stuff. And I said, look, that's not our business model. All right, this is a clean business model. It's $59 to register as an ambassador. There's no upfront packages to buy, and there's no personal purchases required for you to make money. Because the reality is, our products stand on their own feet. This system is so unique and so compelling and revolutionary that all we're doing with you is saying, if you would like to come be a part of this and champion this in the marketplace, come join us. We don't want to make it complicated. We don't need any hidden agenda in this. Just step in and let's go. So let me show you this first piece, and I'm going to do a couple different slides for this. Whether you sell the products retail or wholesale, now this is going to sound odd. You're in the same amount of money. And here's an example, Surge. This is perfect for the athlete, the office worker. It curbs your appetite, curbs your appetite, speeds up your metabolism. It's mental focus, clarity. It's great for workouts. It's great for just that pick me up during the day. I mean, it's a remarkable product. The ingredients in this, no one's got the way we have them doing what they do. And what's fascinating about this product is on a retail level, it's $49.95. And in a Smart Save, which is our auto ship program, it's $39.95. Now the auto ship program, somebody can cancel anytime. We know that. But here's what we say to our ambassadors. If you sell a box of Surge for $39.95, you're going to make $10. If you sell it for $49.95, we're going to pay you the same $10. Because the $39.95 is somebody declaring, I want to get this on a regular basis. We want to reward you as the ambassador for doing that, so we're willing to invest in you for that transaction, for that longer term transaction. So just know that. So whether it's retail or wholesale, you make the same amount of money. Here's some examples. Let's just look at these two, Surge or Fit. Fit is our meal replacement shake, and I have to tell you, to say it's delicious is an understatement. It's in chocolate and vanilla. And on either one of those, the month's supply, you earn $10. If you have 50 customers, that's $500 a month. Think about it for a minute. Just think about $500 a month. That goes back to what I was saying in the very beginning when Ronnie commented to me, as a school teacher, you'd get a $500, as a master's level school teacher, a $500 a year raise. Well, here's $500 extra dollars a month. Take some time, develop a customer base. The recurring orders on that is $500 a month. That's 12 years of raises for a lot of teachers. 100 customers is $1,000 a month. 200 customers is $2,000 a month. If somebody says, no, I want to be in the system, I love the idea of this, and I want the full system. I don't want just the AM and PM supplements and Fit. I want the enhanced version of that system, which is added Surge. The system itself are the two supplements and Fit. And when we enhance the system for Surge, because it satiates your appetite during the day and it gets rid of that hunger, those hunger pangs, then you earn $40 for every one of those systems that move every month. 50 customers, $2,000 a month. Now, what would you do? Let's go back to the beginning. What would you do with an extra $2,000 a month? How would it impact your life? I don't care if you just stick it in the bank. Put it towards your house payment. If you just took it and put it towards your house payment every month, how fast could you pay down your house? How long would it take you to get 50 customers? I mean, we're having a promotion next month where you can get 10 customers, and some people will do more than 10. I mean, how many are you going to do? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50? 100 customers is $4,000 a month. Let's say it took you a year to develop a customer base of 100 people. Could you use an extra $4,000 a month? Let's say 200 customers, that's $8,000 a month. That's a six-figure, you're knocking on the door of a six-figure income by developing 200 customers. I have a very good friend of mine who's very knowledgeable about direct-to-consumer business models. And he was telling me he was sitting back, he says, let me tell you a story. He's got a buddy that has 4,000 recurring customers in a direct-to-consumer model in a different space. And he laughed and he says he has no idea how much he would make with those 4,000 people here. Because what he makes is nothing compared to do you understand that if you developed a customer base, and it took him 5 years to develop the customer base. Can you imagine if take 5 years to have 4,000 customers in the NutriCellix system and as an independent ambassador, and that's all you had, that's $160,000 per month, not a year, a month. 4,000 times 40. You pick the number, you do the math. That's the first way to earn income, that first stream of income. In fact, it's those retail and wholesale commissions. The second stream is this alternative route you can go where you can build a team. As an independent ambassador, you have the option of building a team of ambassadors and profit sharing from their success. The most comparative model that I can think of is Keller Williams. The organization that's most closely aligned to how we do business is Keller Williams, the largest real estate company in the United States of America. They bring in their realtors and they tell their realtors, you sell real estate and you have the option, if you choose to, of building a team of people, other realtors, people that want to come in and join your team. And they reward them with a 7-level profit sharing plan. We do the same thing, except we don't call them realtors, we call them ambassadors. And our ambassadors can come in and they move our products into the marketplace, and they have the option, if they choose to, of building a team of ambassadors. And we have an 8-level profit sharing plan. Plus, we have a lot of other bonuses, trips, and a lot of really cool things. But just keep that really simple. We move products, and if you want to, you can build a team, which helps you leverage that aspect of moving the products. How much does it cost for people to actually buy the products? Here's the best part. We joke around internally as a company. We always say, how'd you like to manage your weight and save money? I mean, just think about this. Visa did a survey, and they said on average, Americans spend about $20 per week getting lunch in restaurants, or $1,000 a year. With additional costs of takeout and brown bag meals, The average is $53 per week. That's $2,746 a year. Folks, that means the average American spends $7.52 a day on average on lunch. The NutriCellix system is $5.56 a day. And if you enhance it with Surge, if you add Surge to it, it's still just $6.90 a day. That's the beauty of this. It's not like you're telling somebody go spend 20 bucks, 30 bucks a day. I mean, you have an opportunity here of telling somebody, I've got a way for you to win a battle you've been fighting for years. You have to understand, people haven't been fighting a weight issue for the last 3 months. They've been fighting it oftentimes for 3 decades. This is a struggle that people go through. When somebody says to you, gosh, I need to lose a few pounds, all you have to learn to say is, I might have a solution for you. The easiest way to talk to somebody is to say, hey, do you know anybody that's looking to lose weight this year? Well, yeah, of course I do. Say, listen, who is it? I might have, well, to me. Well, I might have a solution for you. Let's sit down and talk. Why don't you take a look at a video and I'll share some information with you. Keep it simple. I've got something that'll work. So just keep that really basic, y'all. Let me come back to this. Remember, why? Just remember why. I'm gonna take us out of here, and I'm gonna wrap it up with just a couple thoughts, because I really I'm gonna leave you with this. I'm gonna leave you with some things that you can think about. I hope they keep you up at night if you want to know the truth. One thing that I kind of look at Ronnie and I think one of the things that as business people sets us apart from some other people, not all people, but some other people, is we're not afraid to say yes. I've never been afraid to say yes. I've noticed about Ronnie, she's never been afraid to say yes. Ronnie's attitude is what Richard Branson says, say yes. You present with a good opportunity, say yes, and figure it out later, because you will figure it out. We've never been consumed by little details. I'm very consumed by smart business practices. We're very consumed by those things. But the how-tos of life are often revealed when you know the why of life. Why are you doing what you're doing? If you know why, how-to takes care of itself. How do you talk to people? If I know why I'm doing this, how-to solves itself. Do you know anybody that's looking to lose weight this year? These are not complicated questions to ask. And they're simple to respond to, and you say, look, I might have a solution. Why don't we sit down and talk? If you're intrigued, we'll talk more about it. If not, no big deal. My advice to you, and I give this to you very directly because I know what's going to happen. I know what we have our hands on. When we have the opportunity to do this on an exclusive, think about this for a minute, folks. Think about this. Revolutionary products, never in the marketplace before. The secret sauce to this, oddly, is not the science. It's the technology to scale it. To be able to have 100,000 bottles go across a manufacturing line and no two are alike. That's the secret sauce to this. You have the science, which is remarkable, but how do you deliver the science was the trick. Our lab, has the only machine in the world and another one on the way, and they have an exclusive with the manufacturer, so they're the only ones they can make it for. Millions of dollars in this stuff. And they have a patent pending on the entire process of doing this, and we walk in and get an exclusive with the lab on weight management. And now we're saying to you, come join us. You want to be a part of this? Be a part of this. You have goals in your life you want to accomplish them. It's time, because time's passing. I'm 60 years old. I'm 60 years old. It's amazing. I look back on my life. Where did it go? But I know this, the best part is ahead of me. The best part is outside your windshield, not in your rearview mirror. So here's your moment. Do what you want to do. We'll respect whatever decision you make. But if you ever lay in bed at night and worry, if you ever lay in bed at night and wonder what's possible, I know, and Ronnie knows, what's getting ready to happen here. You've got an opportunity. You've got an opportunity to partner with us to do something significant. This will be the largest custom weight management company in the world. And you have an opportunity to say, I was there in the beginning. And in life, not many people have that opportunity. But somebody invited you, thought enough of you to invite you and say, take a look. And then take advantage of that moment and do something about it. So just know this, from us to you, if you're an ambassador, Thursday night is a very important corporate update Zoom that we'll be doing a lot of information. If you're not an ambassador, just say yes and become one. Take that next step. I mean, it's not like you're mortgaging your house to give this your best effort. Just spend the $59 and go. Make things happen in your life. But whoever you are and whatever decisions you make, just know we appreciate your time tonight. And for those of you that have joined this journey, we so look forward to applauding your success. God bless you guys. Have a great, great night. And thank you.